Morning everyone, I hope you're all fit and well. I've been asked to create a couple of videos about Google Classroom. We're going to try and incorporate Google Classroom now into our virtual learning environment over the next few weeks while we're not in school. So I'll try to split the videos into the basics really and then the next step. So the basics is sort of what your username is, logging on, creating your first class, and obviously changing the settings for that group. And then the second video I'm going to do is going to be uploading a task, setting permissions in for that task, adding comments and using the comment bank, which is what we use then for the marking really. So when I use Classroom, I try to use Google Chrome because it tends to use it tends to be a lot more compatible with all the features in there. So I've just loaded onto Chrome, which is on your desktop. I'm then going to try and sign in. Okay, if you click on the top there, I've got sign in. It'll come up then with this box. I've made a test account called staff, okay, but your username is going to be your username at croesyceiliog.org.uk. It's not going to be your usual sort of Crossy email, which is at crossy.schools.edu.org.uk. It's at croesyceiliog, the whole word, .org.uk. So if I was Mr. Norman, I'd type in Norman S, because that's his username, at croesyceiliog.org.uk. Okay. For this purpose though, I've created a staff account just for this testing purposes. So it's called staff at croesyceiliog.org.uk. So I've come up with a password for it then. If you don't know your username and password, if you contact either myself or Chris Edwards, we'll be able to tell you what it is or send a reset through. When this comes up, I always go link data, and it usually comes up with another box then. Here we go. Okay, got it. Right, so from here now, this is called the waffle, and within the waffle then you should be able to find all different programs that we can use. We're going to concentrate today on Classroom, so I go on Classroom. Alternatively, if that's not there, you can just search for Google Classroom and it'll come up. Right, because I've logged into this account once already, what's happened is there's usually a box which says are you a student or are you a teacher. You need to choose teacher. We have had problems then where, and let's hope this isn't the case now. Right, we have had problems in the past where it just comes up saying join class, even if you've chosen teacher. If you're having these issues, once again, if you contact myself or Chris Edwards, we can reset the permission so then it comes up saying create class. If you've just got join class, you do need to contact either myself or Chris Edwards just so that that we can reset the permissions and you can get create class. So once you go in, you accept the message, yes, you accept the terms and conditions. It comes up, are you a teacher or are you a student? You choose teacher, and then you're going to press this plus button here to join the class or create a class. You're going to create the class obviously for the students to access. So if I choose create class, then it comes up, what's the name going to be? I'm going to call this Google Training, and then I could fill in things in there, I could fill in the things in there, I could fill in there, but all I need to do really is just choose create. So I've made a class now. It's called Google Training, but obviously at the moment there's no students in there, and they can't do anything with it. So it says see all the grades for the assignments, test, drive, customize your stream. So it tells you what you can do in here. This is what we are going to do here, is customize the classwork on stream. So if I press OK a minute, if you want to change the photos and whatever the themes, you can go there and edit that. This is the first thing I do every time I create a new class though, is if I go into the settings, which is on the little wheel at the top here. If I press that, then I can move down, and then this I think is one of the most important things. Here it says students can post and comment. You can leave it like that, but I wouldn't advise it if you want, unless you want them to actually engage in a conversation that everyone else can see. Okay? What I tend to do is make it only teachers can post or comment, because that then means that you've got more control over it. They've got the class code here. I'll come back to that in a second. But if we save this now, and then I can go back to here, so now it just means that only I can either post work, or I can only comment on them. I can write it here if I want to, and write there, good morning everyone. I can write a message if I want to, or I could actually post something which I'm going to show in the next video. Right, if I just go back to the class code, on the home page of this, we've got stream, classwork, people, grades. Okay? If we click the display button here, that shows what your code is. This is the code you're going to have to share with the students for them to join your class. Now, students in 7, 8 and 9, they already know how to do this because they've done it, certainly done it in IT. 10 and 11, it all depends, you know, what options they've taken, but generally speaking, they've all used Google Classroom. But then this is the code which you need to share with the people, or the students, sorry, that you want to join your class. Okay? So that is the most important thing. And just to have a quick look before we move on to the second video. So this is the stream, this is where all your latest comments come up with. This is where all your latest work. The classwork is where you can then create assignments. This is what we're going to look at in the next video. The people then is going to be who's actually joined this. So you can keep track then of, once you give them the code, have these people, have the students use this code to join your class. And you can see who has, who hasn't, and obviously you've got grades then, which we probably won't be covering at the moment. Okay, so there's the basics. So you need your username. Your new username is at croesyceiliog.org.uk. You log in using that. If you don't know your password, contact either myself or Chris. Right, what I thought I'd do just to sort of as add on for the end of the first video, if I just show you what happens when the student joins the class, then that might make things a bit sort of easier then to understand actually what's going on from the student's point of view. So I'm going to need this code here, okay, which I'm then going to put in once I log in as a student, and then I'll just show then that it'll actually join the class and what happens then. So if I just sign out here as the staff member, okay, and if I use another account a second and I sign in as a student, so this time I've called it student at croesyceiliog.org.uk. The students will use their username as well, so they'll be like CRO19 JW123 or whatever their username might be, and then that's what they'll log into. They've all got this. They've used this then for the Chrome devices, I think, in school, and as I said, everyone in 7, 8 and 9 uses it for IT. So if I log in then to the student account, fingers crossed. So, because this is the first time I've used this, if I could continue, this is what I was on about earlier. Okay, so it says I'm a student or I'm a teacher, so the student will obviously have chosen student at some point, and then we've got the plus here. So they're going to join the class. The code which I wrote down early on was 3BASOGS, and if I join, then hopefully I'll see then Google training coming up. There we go. They haven't got grades there, obviously they've just got stream, classwork, people. So there's nothing, we haven't actually put anything on here. We haven't put any classwork on yet. But now if we have a look, then we just got the teacher staff. They don't see their own name. But if I sign back in a second, if I sign out as a child, so I go back into the staff, sign in, and put the password in. There we go, there's my class that I created. There's one student in there now, so and okay, I just got it for those. But if I now go to people, okay, now you can see then that the student then has appeared, which it wasn't there before. So I've got my classes which I've created, and now I've got pupils to join them using the class code. And like I said, the next bit I'm going to show you then how to start putting some work on there. So I hope that was okay. If there's any problems, then contact me either at willisA2@croesyceiliog.schools.edu, that's the normal school one, the Outlook one, or this is the Croesyceiliog, the sort of the Google one, and I can access both of those of you. So any issues, let me know. Or like I said, if you can't get hold of me, Chris Edwards can also sort any issues out. So that's the first part. On to the next.